Hi, my name's Jo. I work at Feltham, Reach Academy in Feltham, sorry. I have two daughters, one in year 11 and year 7. And I've got some questions for you. One of them, they're both struggling with their sleeping patterns at the moment due to what's happening. How important is it for teenagers to maintain a good sleeping pattern during this time?
I think sleep is a really big topic, particularly around adolescents and young people. First of all, sleep is crucial. It's like an MOT for the brain, really. We still don't fully understand actually why we need sleep. We just know it's critical. But the way adults sleep is slightly different to young people. Young people's body clocks tend to be aligned slightly differently to ours. So that is often where a lot of the difficulties normally come when trying to set, bedtimes and getting up times, because their body clocks are in a slightly different setting. They tend to be ahead of ours, which is why they will stay up later and, sleep in and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think, routine, and we'll probably talk about routine a bit later, routine in anything is really important. And if your young person is kind of struggling to get to sleep, struggling with, sleeping through the night, what I would suggest is making a sort of toolbox with them of different things that might help. You read an awful lot about sleep hygiene these days, and often when we talk about sleep hygiene, it's in a very ideal setting, so no tablets or devices an hour before bedtime, no sugary foods or drinks, things like this. And that's the ideal. And actually, in reality, if you've got more than one child, if you've got a busy household, actually devices and tablets are a bit of a lifesaver when you're trying to multitask with that. So I think it's worth finding that compromise with young people, and like I say, creating this toolbox of different things. So, that can be winding down time. What are the things that they might like to do? So is it something creative before bed? If they're going to be on a device, what are they going to be doing? Are they going to be talking to a lot of other young people in a chat group? Are they going to be playing games? Or are they going to be watching something that's relaxing or listening to music, And there's a big difference in those two things and how the brain gets stimulated before sleep. So, I think it's worth being kind of realistic about negotiating these parameters with young people. I also think it's worth finding multiple things to do with them, because what we know about sleep is what can help young people get to sleep well for the first 2 weeks might stop working, So it's good to say, okay, so before bedtime, we're going to do a creative activity or play games together or just listen to music. That might work for a period of time. After that, it might start not to work, so you need to find something else. So I think a really useful thing to do is get into a conversation with your children about the different things that might help relax them, write them down, and decide week by week or month by month which ones you're going to stick to. And then they can say, do you know what, actually this isn't working. Even though it was working last week, let's pick something else. So I think that is a way of collaborating with your young person and negotiating a sleep routine.
Okay, thank you.